Howdy peeps, it's Miss Winter here. So today in this video, we're going to be going through 3 different things. So the very first thing we're going to do is we are going to look at how to make a contact sheet of all your beautiful color images. It's the exact same process as for line, but we're just going to keep doing this until it sticks. So the very first thing is a contact sheet. The second thing we're going to do is we're going to do some different editing techniques to last time. So we're going to use a little bit of last time when we did with line, but then we're going to up it a little bit and do some pixelation as well. And then the third thing we're going to do is your artist statement. So I'm going to read through the steps for part 1, the contact sheet, just so you get the lingo in your head. So remember, just like last time, you're going to save all of your color images in a folder, and you are going to call that folder, say it with me, color. Excellent. Oh my gosh, that was so loud. I could hear the whole class like rumbling when they were saying color. Then you're going to open Photoshop. Do you remember how to do this? Love it. Yes, you do. Of course you do. Now, once you've opened Photoshop, you are going to click File, Automate, Contact Sheet, just like last time. And then once you've selected your images, you're going to hit OK, and it's just going to super quickly organize it all for you, basically. Yeah. And then you're going to save that as a JPEG and put it into your visual diary. Shall we do this together right now? Yeah, wonderful. Let's do it. Okay, here we are in Photoshop, back with the whole exciting Photoshop family. So we're going to go File, Automate, Contact Sheet. You ready? Click. Let's do this. And so this time I'm going to click and select where I saved all my color images, which is in, of course, my color folder. So I'm just going to click on that, hit open, and then I'm going to hit OK. As you saw last time, it's going to just generate a contact sheet for me full of colorful images that I have taken over the last couple of weeks in preparation for this very moment. So you might see there's quite a lot of tomato pictures. We've got some pretty like flowers, got some colorful things that I've seen around town. And so now that that's been generated for me, what am I going to do? Oh my gosh, yes, I'm going to save it as a JPEG. Beautiful. So there's 2 different ways you might do this. You might remember last time it's a little bit different on your Surface Pros than on my Mac. So you'll either go File, Save As, and save it as a JPEG, or if it's like my Mac, you'll go File, Export As, and you're just going to export it as a JPEG. I'm going to move myself so you can see. Just going to export that as a JPEG. Boom, export, and I'm going to save it back in my color folder. So let's hit Save. And let's just check that it's gone to the right place. So is it there? Boom, clocked it, tick. So we've done that one. Now what we need to do, if we look at our little list, once you've done it, put this in your digital visual diary. So let's do that together right now. It is down here. So this is that visual diary. You will have already done your 5 inspiration images for color. And now we're just going to put this image in here. I'm going to move myself again. So we're going to go Insert, Picture from File, and then we're just going to hit Enter, and it's going to drop that in there. I'm going to save this now to make sure my work is just like on top of everything. All right, done. Phase 2, edit your chosen image. So I was thinking for this experiment, I want to edit something that has some really beautiful colors in it. So the one I'm actually going to edit is, where is it? Here we go. I'm going to edit this one. I quite like the composition of this piece, but I also like that there's this really, really nice kind of like purple and blue contrast, but it's harmonious. And I like that there's like these little pockets of different colors. So this is the one that we're going to edit. So to open it in Photoshop, like we did last time, you're going to right click on it, open with Photoshop. And it's going to, oh, I remember last time with line and it was like, this time it works perfectly. All right. Beautiful. So what we're going to do, I'm going to move myself again. What we're going to do this time is we're going to play around with a few adjustments. Instead of diminishing all of the color and desaturating it this time, I'm going to bump it up a little bit and pump up that contrast again. So I'm going to click on Hue Saturation, and I'm just going to raise it a little bit. Not so much that it looks hectic like this. I'm just going to like, ooh, find the nice little, look at that. And remember, if I want to see what it looked like before, I can toggle on and off. Delightful. Now I'm going to also just bump up the contrast a little bit. So I'm going to click on the curves again. And remember, with the curves, we just want to lift it up a little bit at the top and drop it at the bottom to create a nice little mild S. And so I can toggle this on and off. And now I can actually go back to the start like that. So that's where I started. And remember, you'll need to do a screenshot of 2 screenshots. So I'm going to do a screenshot here, boop, And then once you're happy with how it looks, you could do another screenshot. Now I want to take this one step further. I want to be a little bit extra here, and I want to try something a little bit different. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to click on this background layer here, and I'm going to right click, and I'm going to say duplicate layer. And so I'm going to get this here. Then what I'm going to do, so I don't know about you, I've been playing a lot of Animal Crossing since all of the lockdown started, and I don't think I'm going to be stopping anytime soon. So I sometimes find that my brain thinks in pixels and in computer game stuff. So like sometimes I'll be thinking about my Animal Crossing island and I'll just be like, oh, that's cute. And so anyway, what I'm saying is my real life and my online life have merged, and I want to represent that in this image. So what I'm going to do, I've duplicated the background layer, which is where my image is. And then I've got these other sort of like adjustments on top. We're going to leave them there, and I'm going to work on this background copy layer. So over on the toolbar here, there is this cool little rectangle marquee tool. And so what I'm going to do is I'm going to use this rectangle marquee, and I'm just going to go over one of these little flowers like this. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to turn this into pixels. So I'm going to come up to here to filter, and then I'm going to go pixelate, and I'm pretty sure it's mosaic. Yes. And I'm going to hit mosaic. And so I'm just going to move this. I can change the cell size. It's at 82. I can make it bigger. I can make it smaller. I think 82 actually looks pretty good. So I'm going to turn that little flower into a pixel like that. And then I might also pick another flower, maybe up here. I'm going to do it again. So filter, pixelate, and then it was mosaic. I'm going to hit OK again. And then I'm going to select a little green area down here. And I'm going to go filter, pixelate, mosaic. And so now if I click off that, you can see that there's this image of these flowers that I see on my walk home. But if you look really closely, you can see that some of it's pixelated. And so for this one, I'm trying to really convey this whole idea of like what's real and what is this like simulation in this gaming world that I now live in. So if I show you these layers, so if we turn off all of these, this is the original image. And then based on our editing, this is what it looks like now. So I'm going to save this image in the same way that I saved my contact sheet. So file. And for this one, I'm going to do export because my computer does it that way. So file export as, and I'm going to export it as a JPEG, or you might go file save as. And then I need to, if we double check this list. So once you've done it, save your final image as a JPEG and insert your screenshots and your final into the digital visual diary. So I'm going to do that right now. Spoiler alert, I already did it. And I put my final image in here for you to have a look at. Now, the last thing that we need to do is complete your artist statement about your piece. And so again, I'm going to show you how we do this. So you need to write an artist statement about your image. You've got your artist name. I'm going to use my name, but you might make up a name. So let's say you wanted to, I've got a water bottle on the desk next to me. Maybe your artist name is Metal Glasses Face. Love it. So your artist name is Metal Glasses Face. That's just like what you go by. You don't really want people to know your identity. So you're trying to like be a little bit anonymous, or you can use your real name, whatever you want. And then the name of the artwork, I've called this one Plants Become Pixels because of that link between the natural world and the pixels. It was made in 2022 and what it means to the artist. So what I've written is, when I wander around the streets of Watsonia, has everyone been to Watsonia? I am captivated by how vibrant and otherworldly the plants and foliage are. So vibrant in color, they barely seem real, almost as if I am living within a simulation that someone has created for me. The sporadic pixels throughout the bright photograph show the very blurry line between the real world and the artificial. And there's your artist statement. So that's the kind of thing that we're looking for when we ask you to write an artist statement. What does this mean for you? Can you give it some kind of interesting story that can give it a little bit more meaning to other people? All right, people, that's what we're doing today. So anyway, have fun. I'm going to see you in the classroom in just a minute. I'm probably in the classroom with you right now. I hope so. That's pretty much it. If you have any questions, ask Miss Winter. She'll be there, and I'll see you soon. Okay, bye.